Yo, do we have mic? Yeah, mic is on. We supposed to be online. Twitch says green. YouTube says also green, not green, but live. We wanted to do, as you can see from the title of the stream, that we wanted to do some space combating. Yeah, we got the F7. Finally, we got the F7. But we managed to get a crime stat 3, so we want to have a check on how long we have to stay down here. It shouldn't be that long actually, but we will log off afterwards because we are too tired. It's already late night. Oops. Late night. And we'll go to bed afterwards, but we want to show you something, and that is not the Clash stuff, but we want to have a check on how long we should stay here, just to have an idea. And yeah, maybe you know from our gameplay that we are not, let's say, an excessive PvP player who wants to grieve other. Yeah, a complete hour for what we have done. That's totally okay. So this is not what we wanted to have to show you. What we want to have show you. We were listening to Board Gamer. Yeah, sometimes we play Star Citizen, but watching or listening to YouTube. And Board Gamer was talking about that those who are in the chairman's club, that they will have some special offers in the pledge store. So we cannot distinguish if that what we see here in the pledge store is that stuff that everybody sees, or it is made for us, because we have here, we are logged in basically. But what we could do is we could go into incognito and have a check on the pledge store just so. And what we see is, even if you are not logged in, you have this patch bundle. Yeah, the patch is not out there yet. It's still 4.5, but they already have the pledge out there. And we were thinking about, we were thinking a lot of these pledge bundles, because the items, at least the armor, we admire. Is that the right term? Yeah, we admire those armor sets they offer. They are some sort of unique. Yeah, there's just limited time offer, and we like that black and gold kind of stuff. And the name is Shadow Guild. It really looks nice. And they also offer the Shadow Guild paint for the Mirai Guardian. But we are an Anvil fan, so we do not have that guardianship, but we like the armor. So we were thinking about, but it is another 30 bucks, and that is just way too much for us. We cannot afford. But yeah, it looks nice. It really looks nice. And what they also offer, of course, is the Guardian itself. In order to be able to apply these paint, makes kind of sense. So we will have a check on the Mirai. No, what happens here? Yeah, we cannot tabbing, of course. So we will click and load, click and load, click and load. It is the standard edition, 6-month insurance, nothing really special. So this is not what we would recommend to do. If you have the Guardian or any Guardian edition, you still can pledge for the Shadow Guild bundle and apply the ship paint onto your in-game board ship that is working. And what they also offer is the SU CL, and we were wondering why. Why do they offer these ships just now? 6 months for this ship? Nothing really special. What they also offer is the Drake Corsair. Yeah, that's what we meant with click and wait, click and wait, click and wait, because this website is poorly slow. Yeah, also 6 months, the Corsair. I mean, nothing really special, but what we think is special is that we are able to pledge for this just in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, a lot of people, see, that's what we meant, this bullshit website. They are offering ships just so. And up until now, when we have a check on the RSI launcher, the Wave 1 PTU is not out yet, and we are still subscribers, so we should be able to be testing Wave 1, but Wave 1 is not out yet, but they redesigned already the store. What we also have is the Medivac. That is interesting, the Medivac. There is another chip, the Medivac Triage and the Medivac, and we think the Medivac is the cheaper edition out of those. And you have, yeah, the beds, the modules, they come all with them, but six month insurance. Yeah, we know this is an online service, but you do not need to go to LTI or for LTI, but what we would recommend at least is to go for 10 years, because for an online service 10 years is basically lifetime. And then they also offer the Hercules. In the middle of nowhere, you can pledge for the Hercules 6 months. When we go here and say relevant or newest, the newest chip, Salvation, the Wolf L21, and the Guardian. Yeah, you see here the Guardian MX. This is, when you go for a Guardian, we would recommend to go for the MX. It is super cool. It looks super awesome. Now this is edition, and this is the white standard edition, but there is a black paint edition to the Guardian MX, or you can pledge separate for the paint, the black paint. That looks super awesome. And the Guardian QI would be another chip. Yeah, the patch point, look, you can apply to all of them. Yeah, so therefore we do not know if the Corsair is available to pledge at any times. That might be possible. The ASUS is at any times. The M2 is, yeah, now it looks like. Not sure if that is an error in the pledge store, but usually they don't. They have something in mind other than that, other than just only craving money. Yeah, the Triage 260. So the Triage would be even cheaper than the Medivac, and one of these has some more guns or whatnot. No idea. We are not interested in Mediplay. Yeah, that is the only thing what we wanted to show you. What we also can show you is what we have in our shop cart that we were thinking about. Stormbringer. Those items are not for us. These are for a friend, but we do not have money to spend.